as my dogs, stay by my side. Yeah, we gon' ride till we die, die, die. We ain't gon' run, no, we gon' hide. I can never switch, not a day in my life. As long as my dogs stay by my side. Yeah, we gon' ride till we die, die, die.
Coach, there will be time for reflection, certainly as the season goes on, but for what might be the final time in the East Bay, it is opening night of the NFL season here in Oakland, California. This was the scene a few minutes ago. The folks around the stadium clad in silver and black going to make every last game played in Oakland count. They're ready to go as their Raiders get set to match up with the Denver Broncos. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
He's coming. Check him. Check him. Watch the ship. Watch the ship. Hey, low.
A run for Tony Pollard, the Memphis product. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. Now that sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to second down.
Brings up 2nd and 12 at the 23-yard line.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Now the Broncos are going to take a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Check.
On 2nd and 12, Carr. Throw right side going to be caught by Waller. And he got blown up on that play. Back at the 20. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here.
Down! Wide 85! Come on, boy! Ready, 1! Don't be scared! Hey, Charlie! 31's the mic! You OP! Check 4! Slam! 694!
From the gun, it's Carr. Lets it go for Nelson. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. What a play that turns out to be. 36 yards.
Now,
They'll go with Pollard here on first down. He's got a first down and more inside the 30. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Tony Pollard with his first career touchdown in his first career game. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. Locke and the Broncos going to come up 1st and 10 at their own 21. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Montgomery. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. Now, Charles, what's the mindset here offensively? You gave up the touchdown pretty quickly. Would it have changed if you had gotten a stop and it would be 0-0 right now, or no?
I wouldn't think so. I think in most cases, just down a touchdown, we're just getting started here. It should be a long way to go. You think to yourself, stick with the game plan, all the things you worked on in practice. But you have some teams that when they get down, their natural tendency is to aggressively strike back. And let's see if they want to get outside of the game plan we expect and try and be aggressive on their first series.
2 yards, good enough for a first. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. On 1st down, right back to Lindsey. And he'll get this one up to about the 39 here. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. Well, we talked about Phillip Lindsay so much last year, but it bears repeating. Undrafted in 2018. The Broncos would sign him in May, and that was a good decision. He would have a 1,000-yard season, 9 touchdowns en route to a Pro Bowl appearance. So from undrafted to playing in the Pro Bowl in 10 months, that's pretty clean living for Phillip Lindsay. A good run, got 7 on 1st. Here's 2nd and 3.
Check out 61. Match box.
Throw left side complete. That's Montgomery. 16 yards, a 1st down.
Well, he's looking sharp right from the get-go here. Tough division. They needed this kind of a start. But I think this is part of where scripting comes in. We always hear about the scripting of plays, how they're going to be called. Everyone dress rehearses their script, and right now they're following it to a T.
And for that opening drive, so part of the script still to come, right, partner?
Yeah, no doubt about it. We've got a ways to go with that, but you can tell that they worked on the script the entire week in practice, and it's paying off for them.
An opening there on that 1st down run as he gets this forward for about 8 or 9. That looks to be 8 officially, so 2nd and 2.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down. A good chance this is 4-down territory if they're unable to convert. But right now looking at a 3rd and 3. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Montgomery. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 21. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 10 more there and another 1st down.
Well, partner, this drive has been a model of efficiency. They've done everything they've wanted to. And the defensive guys, they've got to be getting frustrated. They can't figure out how to get off the field.
Here we go. 8-3. Better break. You better break. I'm letting you know right now. Hey, stand on.
On 1st and 10, it's Lindsey. And he's going to work this one down to about the 5. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3 at the 5-yard line.
Check back. Watch it, 5. Let's go, D. Mike 55. I got you. Hey, switch gears. You draw quarters.
A run with Lindsey out of the gun. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and 3. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. Broncos football as we begin quarter number 2. And they're driving, but they come up on a 3rd and short here. They'll try and pick it up by running the option to the right. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Denver. Drew Lock with his first career touchdown in his first career game, as they are now on the board here in the first half. Defensively, they told us that the top priority was defending option plays this week, but here on the very first drive, the defense broke down a bit.
It certainly did, and it's really not a surprise because defending option football is difficult. You have to think too much. Most of the time, you just react to what you see and you play fast. Here you're reacting, you're processing. Do I have the back? Do I have the quarterback? Who do I take? Do I take on a blocker? And next thing you know, he's in the end zone.
Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have stayed where he was, as he'll only get back to the 16-yard line.
At their own 16-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed.
Now a clash of bodies here, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Justin Simmons. Darren Waller, the intended receiver.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. After the turnover, here's Locke. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And all the way home for a Broncos score. Mike Weber, his first NFL reception, goes for 6. And the Broncos have taken the lead. McManus's point after is good. And that makes the score 14-7. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line.
Let's go!
At their own 17-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. That 7-0 lead in there is short-lived, as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall behind by 7.
Yeah, but no cause for discouragement here. Yeah, they've fallen behind, but haven't they proven that they can go down and score? So what was the formula that got them down there the first time? Get back to something close to that, and maybe they can get this game tied up.
Here we go.
The Oakland offense about ready to start this next drive. A tale of 2 extremes already in this game. A touchdown pass on their opening drive, followed by an interception last time out.
Now, it sounds like things balance out, right? What's that mythological thing that we do? If you have a candy bar, have a diet soda with it, and it balances it out. And we know that's not really true, right? Because the interception, that sting lingers a little bit longer. Got to come out now and put together some nice plays.
Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post, because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10.
Check 20. Go Chiefs. Express. Hey, wahoo.
Now Carr. And he'll find Moreau here. No gain there on the completion. 2nd and 10. Well, unless there's a postseason meeting later in the year, this is most likely the final time that the Broncos and Raiders will play in Oakland. Of course, so much history between the two since their inaugural season in the AFL back in 1960. Broncos and Raiders, they've been locked together in the same division, facing off twice a season. And this rivalry also stands as the most common pairing for Monday night games like we have here, 18 times, the most of any two teams. And this Bronco defense really selling out to stop the run, and it pays off. They get him behind the line twice in a row. A nickel set defensively for the Broncos here on 3rd down. Shotgun now for Carr. It's complete. Williams. And this is going to be another 1st down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 26.
What now? Check in. Who's right feet?
1st and 10 at the 26-yard line.
They'll run on 1st down. Pollard. A little second effort there on the strong run. And then drop just inside of the 20. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves them with a 2nd and 3.
Brings up 2nd and 3.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Throwing now is Carr. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. The tally there, -2 yards, brings up 3rd down. The last catch took him 2 yards in the wrong direction, so now what can they do on 3rd?
6-18. Bandit. Hey, Foxtrot. I'm coming after you.
Working from the gun, it's Carr. It's complete to Grant. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. From 21 yards away, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Carlson on for the PAT. And we've got a good one brewing. We're all knotted up at 14. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he will be barred line. The Broncos onto the field ready to start their next drive. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
And he'll lose yardage here, back to the 15. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down. 2nd quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. And we remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll hand things off to the coach, Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have a look back at a very intriguing opening weekend in the NFL. And a short gain across the 15 to the 17-yard line. Give him 2 yards that time, and it's going to leave him with a 3rd and 11 situation.
Ready? Mike, 56, right there, 56. Big stop, G. Hey, Haywood. 56, Mike, 56. Come. You got
Throwing his lock on 3rd down. He's got a man. It's Sutton. That's complete. The end result, 21 yards. Locke going to bring the offense up 1st and 10. And he's 8 for 8 now, throwing the ball to start the game.
56 for Mike, boy, 56.
Check. On 1st and 10, here's Locke. Now he's going to go deep down the left side. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice, getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10.
It's out time. It's out time, guys. It's out time. Kill. Go, Jack.
And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. The Broncos on 3rd down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This is 3rd and 11.
Go. 56. Mike, 56. Right there. 56. Let's pick it up. It's out of time, guys. Out of time. Let's get off the field.
Again, they'll throw with Locke. He'll let this go deep for Sutton. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. A great return there of 22 yards. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
It's a party. Hey, no way. It's a party now.
Throwing on 1st down is Carr. He's airing it out for Williams. And that is going to be pulled in one-handed. Wow. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half.
1st and 10 at the 28-yard line.
So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. They'll run with Pollard. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the 2nd quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. From the right hash, this from 44 yards out. Carlson able to put this one through. So we have reached halftime here in the final game of open. All right, we will save the Week 1 highlights and apparently get right back to the action here in the 3rd. We'll see if Week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the 2nd half. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. From all the way up at the 38 now after a good start to the drive.
No, X3, 218,
Shotgun snap and a give to Lindsey. He's got a first down and then some at midfield. And down right around the 37. 25 yards the pickup there and also a first down.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
Calling a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down. Now a carry for Lindsey. And some space here. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. Phillip Lindsay, 33 yards. And the Broncos have retaken the lead. Extra point from McManus is good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone.
First and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. From the gun, Carr. He's going to fire one deep left sideline. And got his man complete. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain.
First and 10 at the 44-yard line.
What now? 180. Let's go. Pick it up, D. Undercut. Yo, Chief. Undercut. Check nickel.
Run for Pollard. And he's going to get stopped up quickly. Give him a yard down to the 43.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
He's got the first down here inside the 30. And all the way in. Touchdown, Oakland. Tony Pollard making quite a splash with his 2nd touchdown in his NFL debut. And the Raiders have retaken the lead. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that gives them a 3-point lead. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They had gotten the lead with the opening drive touchdown in the third quarter. Now they relinquish that lead back. Could be in for an interesting second half.
It certainly appears.
And down he goes. Brought down a Raiders sack.
Well, the beauty of screen passes is they take a little time to develop, and they can often hit big, but sometimes they take too long to develop, and sometimes you get sacked.
Yeah, what's perfectly called for a defense to attack a screen?
Typically a blitz, and even though people think that the screen operates against the blitz, if you have the blitz called and you still cover the screen, now that allows your blitzers to get there.
On second down, it's Lindsey, and he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for third down. They'll try and run for it with Lindsey. Fights through him. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. A Bronco first down there, 12 yards on the play.
Something to watch here in week 1 of the season, tackling. Because you and I both know that in the preseason, a lot of these guys don't play a whole lot. Plus the intensity and the speed really ratchets up on opening week.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. Throw left side complete. That's Weber. Nothing on that one. It'll be second down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He can make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Now left side on the swing pass. Call it a 3-yard gain, and that'll bring up a third down. On third down, here's Lindsey. Oh, now Lindsey lost the football. And the Raiders pick it up. And his guys are going to take over at their own 48-yard line. Often on fumbles, you look at the guy who coughed it up and say, geez, what did he do? But, hey, let's tip the cap to the defense here.
Not a problem at all, my man. I'm not even going to tip it. I'm going to doff my cap to him. Congratulations, big-time play. Knocking it free and creating something good for your team.
Boy, the run on first down, a disaster as he's tackled well behind the line of scrimmage. That really sets him back. A loss of 6.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
Mike's 47. Mike's 47. Hey, let's get this. Raider 1.
Hey, Delta.
Now on second and 16, Carr. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Tyrell Williams was the intended target. Third down here.
Chris Harris on the coverage.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends.
Let's go, defense. Raider 1. Defense. Slam, slam, slam.
Buzz.
You're mine. Hey, check Mike 34. Mike 34. Hey, tighten down. There you go.
On third and long, it's Carr. And this is caught by Martavis Bryant. And they do get this across midfield to the 49, but a small consolation prize as he's well short of the first. And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on fourth down. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. So it looks like the offense isn't going anywhere. They're going to go for it on 4th and 7.
Hey, seam 6. Seam 6.
.637.
Carr going to go on 4th down. And no, it's incomplete. Will Parks there in coverage to knock it away. Boy, you talk about not playing it safe. Why were they going for it there, Charles?
It's got to be a full evaluation of their team. Do they trust their defense in this situation? Maybe they think they've given all they can in this game and they don't have anything left. Do they not trust that the other team's quarterback is just so hot that no matter where they get the ball, they go downfield? Remember when Bill Belichick went for it in that game, right, against Indianapolis on the road, and everybody said, why'd you go for it there? I think he just thought to himself, on the other side, if they get the ball, they're going downfield anyway. He was trying to end the game right there with his own offense.
A big spot now for the rookie lock. Oh, no, he lost the football. And the Raiders pick it up. But it looked like, fortunately, the Broncos able to recover.
I know when you're looking at the scoreboard clock, we're getting near the end of this game. But they were in what was really called 4-minute offense. And that's practice, meaning taking care of the football, taking time off the clock, not giving them a chance to come back. But bottom line is, what did I say in the beginning? Taking care of the football. That didn't happen.
Didn't do it. A costly turnover. The tackle made by Nicholas Morrow. And this will be incomplete. Great coverage there all around. Really didn't have many options to throw the football.
Very little chance that that one was going to be completed. Every receiver was locked up.
And now on 3rd down, they'll need to get it to the 36 to pick up the first.
Check 15. Check 15.
Alpha.
Now it's Lindsey. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. That one going for a gain of 11 and a Bronco first down.
I was used to joke with my teammates who carried the ball a lot. When we got in these situations and they were carrying us home, I used to tell them, boy, you guys just look like Paul Bunyan, just growing stronger, bigger, tougher, and all night long he's carried this team.
He has indeed. Everything magnified right now. A huge 3rd down conversion. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
At the 27-yard line.
On 2nd down, a run with Lindsey. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
Set, ready? 15, line up. 15 line up. Go. Hit it.
Here's Locke to throw. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. Call that a loss of 7 to bring up 4th. So on now is Brandon McManus. He has hit from as far away as 57, but that was in Denver. This from 54 yards away. And this one is right down the middle. And in the 4th quarter, this game is tied. I tell you, the life of a kicker. He has not been called on the entire game. He's over there by the net, but they send him out here in the 4th quarter and say, hey, go tie the game, will you? And guess what? He comes through.
I just don't know how they do it. I really don't. These cats are a different breed from you and me. That's a pressure kick, but that one was never in doubt.
Nothing separating these two sides. 24 all our score as he sends this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll probably wish he'd reconsidered here. It will cost him 10 yards as he's down at the 15.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive. Almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
So they had the big loss on that first down pass play and facing a 2nd and long.
You ain't doing nothing today. Hey, high 7.
To throw, it's Carr. That's caught by Waller out left side. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. 16 yards, a first down.
First and 10 at the 26-yard line.
Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. So it's Raider football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. On first down, Pollard. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Partner, they're clearly saving those timeouts, but they still have to work with some urgency to put themselves in the right position.
Still a few inches short of a first down as they come up now on 2nd down. Carr gives to Richard. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Not enough there for a first. No gain, as a matter of fact. And it leaves them at 3rd and 1. The Raiders on 3rd down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. And they'll go jet sweep to try to pick it up. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down.
It's 4th down.
Tie game, 4th quarter, and they're going for this thing on 4th down.
Here we go.
They'll try and run for it. And, boy, this is going to be close. That mark looks a little short, and he didn't get there. The Raiders try it on 4th down, but to no avail. And the Broncos are going to get the football back in great field position. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts, as it'll come with 36 seconds to go in half number 2. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Check 3, check 3.
Hey, echo. Go.
42, 42.
A gain of 2 there on the heels of a 1-yard pickup on first. Now the Raiders going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this 4th quarter. The Broncos on 3rd down. They've had good success, 5 for 8 to this point. This is 3rd and 7. On 3rd down, here's an option play left. He may try and run for this. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. The keeper good for only 4, and that's going to lead to a 4th down. So on now is Brandon McManus. He has hit from as far away as 57, but that was in Denver. He's hit on his one earlier attempt tonight, but this a little more pressure-packed for the win. So he's able to come through in a hostile environment, and you'd have to imagine that's the game winner.
Yeah, how about that? And the way that this game's gone, you think they really wanted to get to overtime and take their chances there? They wanted to get this thing done. When you're the visitor, you don't want to play in overtime. You want to knock it down, get it done, and go home.
Well, this one, partner, was fun down to the very end. They got the points late, right before the whistle. Then the ensuing kickoff. They were hoping for magic on the other side, but couldn't get that spark.
Fun if you won, and fun for us, because we got to watch it and call it. That magic that you were talking about didn't occur at the